forces are under attack.
Should you become a nuisance, I'll kill you myself.
Hey there, StarCraft fans. It's Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today, it's going to be a Patreon cast featuring Soulkey and JyJ, two incredible players facing off for our entertainment. Here on Eclipse, top right, it's going to be Soulkey, recent ASL champion, and in the bottom left, it's another recent ASL champion, JyJ. It is going to be another RJB replay, but you already knew that, didn't you? Terry, the Overlord, scouting out. It's a two-player map, so he knows exactly where the Terran player is. We've got YamTube watching and DRT watching. I don't know who this is, but YamTube, I want to say, is... Shuttle? A shuttle alt? I don't know. So, Steve the SCV, doing proxy stuff. Oh, okay. So again, this is going to be a Patreon cast. For those of you who support me at patreon.com/FalconPaladin for at least $1 a month. I really do appreciate it. You get to see this the week of February the 22nd, 2024. And if you're watching it that week, thank you again for the support. And if you're watching this in, I don't know, say March 2024 or later, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. I am here 6 times a week with StarCraft Brood War remastered content and sometimes non-remastered content. All right, so it is a proxy Rax. Terry the Overlord on a beeline to see that. Maybe he knows JyJ's favorite proxy rack spots. But going hatch first anyway. It's not a super close Rax. Oh. And gas. Alright. Is this a one base? Drone scouting. Overlord scouting. So making another Marine here is JyJ. And surprise, surprise Marine, Mr. Overlord. Surprise 2 Marines. Killing the first Overlord is so good. Not even microing. Chow, supply blocking, Soulkey. Pool, about 75% done here. We've got 3 Marines and no more on the way, marching up to the natural base. And a factory, yeah. Alright, so it's a 1-base factory opening. Man, this is so aggressive. So aggressive. The hatch finished, giving him enough supply to not be supply blocked, and the drones are pulled. Pulling, wow, so many drones here. And yeah, just trying to kill as many drones as we can. We know we are dead. But 9 drones remain to 14 SCVs. And every single Marine on the field here is gone and dead. So yeah, I think that was worth it, right? So got ourselves a Vulture into a starport here. So is this going to be a 2-port Wraith, 1-base opening? Does the Ling say, is that barracks still here? Are there Marines coming up? No. No Marines on the way to the next base, or my natural base, so I can continue to drone. But I am going to throw up a creep colony, yeah, because there is a Vulture. So, no natural base for the Terran, at least not in his natural base. There could be a command center being built up inside his main base. But the Zergling died before he could get that information. Hydralisk Den on the way. Hydras are good against Vultures, and very grateful for this Sunken, right? If you're a Zerg player. Okay, control tower, maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's going to be a Valkyrie, maybe it's going to be a dropship. Again, maybe it's going to be a Wraith with Cloak, but if it's going to be 2-port Wraith, I feel like there would be another starport on the way here. Nah, just saving up for an expansion. Okay. Fair enough, dude. He is making a dropship, though. Oh, he's going to try to drop some Vultures into the main base. I like it. Dropping vultures into the main base of a Zerg player who feels very safe having a single sunken at his front door. Ah, your security was an illusion, Soulkey, says JyJ. We are going to drop some vultures here on the main base, and then you're going to be in a tough way. I like it. Not a one base all in at this stage. The second base is now getting fired up. JyJ's up 21 to 17 workers. Not quite as good as it was previously, but yeah, here we go. We've seen vulture drops pretty much in all matchups here. Vulture drops pretty dang good. Another Ling dies. He's like, look at me. There's just one vulture here. Don't worry, you know, about a bunch of vultures showing up in your main base at all. Not even a concern you need to worry about here, Soulkey. Bunch of Hydras out, though. Their ability to respond into the main base when this happens is going to be pretty good. Plus, oh, look at them getting up on that guy. That had to have been seen. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 3 vultures inside the house. 2 Hydras. Trying to deal with them. 1 drone down. 2 drones down. 3 drones down. 4 drones down. 5 drones down. Hydras running in. Sniping an SCV that was going to repair the bunker. More SCVs come down. Hydras making that run by. Oh, this is a good position for Hydras to set up at. Can we actually get the vision to kill these SCVs that are body blocking the ramp and get inside that main base? That's what we want to do right now. Sniping that. That Marine who came. There we go. Marine outside the bunker. Another SCV. Might die here, and there are Hydras loose inside your house. Turnabout is fair play here. Vultures inside the main base of the Zerg player, and now Hydras and Lings inside the main base. There's a siege tank out. Doesn't do huge amounts of damage versus Hydras without siege mode, but hey, 1 Hydra goes down. Hydra's gonna snipe an SCV, maybe building this engineering bay. That would be nice. Yeah, delaying construction on the NG bay is pretty fantastic. Siege tank. Bam. Gets another Hydralist. Gets a Ling. Got 3 total kills on that guy. He is the hero of the day. Hydra is trying to make sure no more vultures drop inside the main base. 22 to 23 workers, SCVs, and drones have died. This has been a very aggressive 7-minute opening of this game. And guess what we're back with? We're back with a fake drop. Wow. JyJ is like, hey, worry about this. But that's weird. There's no second thing. Like, is this just scouting? I guess it's more of a scouting dropship than a fake drop at this stage. Does scout the Spire, which is nice because there is no ComSat station at this stage of the game. It's a very fast science facility. What is this all about? Really fast irradiate, man. Wow. All right, dropship comes back in again just for scouting purposes. This is very, very low econ. 31 workers, Marines, siege tanks, science vessels. Fair enough, dude. Third base is about halfway done. Here from Soulkey, and a Queen's Nest popping for him. It's like fast hive timing. It's gotta be. Yeah, you don't make a Queen's Nest at this stage of the game unless you want to go hive. You're not making queens. I'm sorry. There's no reason to do that at this stage of the game. If you want to research spawn broodling and try to get rid of this tank, like it's 1 tank that you're worrying about. Woo-wee. Well, Academy's on the way. There are a handful of mutas, and by that I mean 2 mutas and 4 Scourge in this group. Okay. Oh, they catch an immediate irradiate. The Scourge die. They don't take a science vessel, and muta goes, and then, wow, that was really cost efficient for JyJ. Holy cannoli. Scouting dropship is finally going to die, but it's gotten some good information today. Really done its job. Lurker aspect on the way from Soulkey. Third base getting saturated. 27 to 35 workers here. Science facility flying out to see what is going on up this left side. And I guess there was 1 Scourge connection on that science vessel. That's what it is. Metabolic boost is on the way. And 3rd extractor popping now. Zerg players with 3 extractors are happy Zergs. Immediately Defiler round? Yeah, immediately Defiler round. There's your scan. Bring up. Gosh dang it. I need to get rid of the vision of There we go. Okay, the obs vision was still up. I thought I shut it down. All right, siege mode's on the way. Metabolic boost on the way. Lurkers on the way. Defilers on the way. Scanning the main base and seeing a defiler mound on the way is going to put a bit of a worry in the chest here of JyJ, being like, uh-oh, I'm going a lot of Marines. So maybe we try to get some damage done now, before Consume is done, before Dark Swarm becomes a way of life in this game. It's been a really, really aggressive showing of ZVT today from both players. Although I think the Terran player started it, if we're looking at who started this engagement. Firebats being added in, Consume's on the way. Firebats do much better against Dark Swarm shenanigans. Scourge trying to make connections here against the Science Vessels, but another Overlord goes down, and it is basically a supply block against Soulkey. Now it is 51 out of 51 total supply. Trying to make an Overlord is going to be supply block for a minute. It hurts. It really does. Scourge trying to take this high ground. There's another scan. Sees Lurkers, sees Sunkens, sees Hydras. Says, maybe, I don't know if we're busting in here. It's tough. The siege tanks are going to have to do a lot of work for sure. Yep, Marines walk in just enough to get poked by one Sunken. Not ideal. Lurkers burrowed in, irradiate on. There you go. One of the Lurkers good. Pulling back, so you're not taking Scourge hits. This has been pretty good babysitting of the Science Vessels here by JyJ. Sometimes he's a little bit careless with them. There we go. That's a Flash-esque pullback there on those Science Vessels against those Scourge. And now, oh, that's another great micro showing by JyJ. Radiates. Who's even alive inside this Dark Swarm anymore? 2 Lurkers. A third Lurker is joining the party, but the 2 of them are dying. Yeah, those have both been irradiated. The third one hasn't. This is buying time, buying time, buying time. Plague's on the way. 1 Lurker inside the Dark Swarm. Radiates the sky. Yep, inside the Dark Swarm. Nidus is up to the third base to defend that as necessary. This is a very strong contain right now from JyJ. The early irradiate is paying some serious dividends right now. These Lurkers are just not getting spines off. They're really not. They're not getting kills before they die. As I guess that was a Defiler that died, but yeah. Same high value target, yeah? JyJ still 2-basing it at this stage. That's a Marine. I don't know. I don't see any sign of him going for a third base quite yet, but he could soon. We'll keep an eye on that. Oh, 1 hit on a Science Vessel. Still alive. That's fantastic. Another Lurker dying. It's like, man, if you want to keep making Lurkers, I will keep irradiating them, and they will continue to die, friends. Radiate. Radiate. Plague-oo! Catching all 5 Science Vessels. Massive get from Soulkey there. That sucks. That's going to really force JyJ to fall back a little bit. Maybe bring a couple SCVs to the front for repairing, because these Science Vessels, if they're this vulnerable, it's going to be tough. Oh, nice Dark Swarm. 1 Lurker does go down, but I think he might have been previously irradiated. So he was probably going to die anyway, but seriously, where are the SCVs? We need to repair these Science Vessels bad. Medics are healing up the Marines. We need the same thing here. Any sign Marines check in for any indication of expansions from the Zerg? No. Dark Swarm's good. The Hydra's getting within spitting distance on these Science Vessels. Does get 1 and 2! God, that hurts. Little bit careless. There we go with the Science Vessels. What did I say earlier? A tank goes down. Oh. Soulkey. 3-base in it here. There's your third base coming in now from JyJ along this left side. Evolution Chamber coming in. Double hatch. On the way. Defilers continuing to push this Dark Swarm line further and further out. Gets a nice Plague off and a handful of Marines and a Medic there. That's good too. And once again, these Science Vessels at the front are not plagued, so that's good. But yeah, the Siege Tanks, a direct answer to this Hydra stuff that Zerg players have been doing. We've been talking about this for a while. It might just be the new meta. Nice irradiate. JyJ trying to get on in here. Oh, I think he just consumed an irradiated Lurker and then got irradiated himself. Tossed up a Dark Swarm and called it a career as he expires. Another Lurker gets irradiated. This game might set the record for the most irradiates in the first 15 minutes of a TVZ that I've ever cast. I cannot believe how effective these irradiates have been, how early they've been, how they continue to show up and get work done here. There are one science vessel here that's been plagued. There's another one that's closer to death, but that's not one Hydra shot away from dying. Yeah. Hydras, yep, doing 11 damage per shot with their +1 attack. The Marines are at 2-1, and that third base is rolling, and this is just JyJ containing the heck out of Soulkey. And Soulkey needs to get out, so he Dark Swarms, gets in, catches irradiates, takes down a science vessel. A tank is probably going to die here. Yep. Lurker Spine's getting some work done, and now that the tanks are gone, you Marines can't do anything about this. Science vessel goes down. Firebat joins this party. There are no lurkers in the Dark Swarm anymore because... Oh, why'd you leave, Firebat? Get back in the Dark Swarm. Go, go, go. Probably don't want to catch an irradiate, but seriously, these are invincible lurker eggs. Okay, lurkers burrow in. Plague up. Spine's chasing that Marine. Can't quite get it. This group of Marines is plagued, and that poor medic's been trying to heal them for a while with all of her 1 HP. She needs a medic buddy over here. For sure. Lurkers get some spines and then unburrow and get out of there before they die. I like it. Another science vessel goes down. Another irradiate. How many times have I said irradiate in this cast? I do think it's a record. This is crazy good. There's no wonder this was a DEF CON 1 replay suggested by RJB of RJB TV fame. Yeah, once you plague those Hydras, plague the Marines, the Hydras really eat well here. But seriously, when's the Zerg player going to be able to get a 4th base? I think that's what Soulkey needs to be worried about most here. It's getting a 4th, but JyJ has just been showing up with irradiates like he's Flash or something. He is an ASL champ, so he's got the skill to pay the bills. This has been amazing Terran display right here. Okay, losing another science vessel, not exactly what you want to be doing. Throw that out there. Group of Marines dies. A couple lurkers die. I don't know. I feel like more lurkers have died in this game than Hydras or Lings, which is a little bit weird too. Another science vessel dies. JyJ needs to stop this. Irradiate stuff from safe distances. Stop getting your science vessels right up in the grill of these Hydras. Stop fighting Hydras that are inside Dark Swarm. There you go. Siege tanks joining the party to try to remediate that a little bit. I just keep glancing at the minimap, expecting to maybe see some red somehow, but that doesn't make any sense. Another science vessel down. The science vessel death count today is way too high for this to be a JyJ win, man. I do not feel good about it. We have definitely... Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Ah! Terran fans everywhere are like, JyJ, stop losing your science vessels for nothing. Stop it. He's got a science vessel at the frontier. One of them. It's 142 to 74 supply, though. Look, it's a 4th base rolling. All right, Soulkey is a dead nerd, right? I'm looking at it. I do not really see a great path forward here from Soulkey, except for the fact that there is a science vessel remaining with 2 more back home from JyJ. He could have had it all. He could have had so many science vessels, but he kept running them up to the front lines like they're infantry, like they're just cannon fodder. And they 10, 15, I don't know how many science vessels have died in this game. If somebody told me it was 20, I'd probably believe him at this stage. Scanning up the ramp to see what we're dealing with. Lurker Hydra Ling, real big surprise there. Hydras are at 2 Carapace, 1 attack upgrade. Marines are at 3 attack, 1 armor with infantry armor level 2 on the way. Scans continuing apiece. Another science vessel dies. Dude, how do you... No, and a big plague too. Soulkey is busting out. This is what he's been trying to do, and JyJ has just very kindly offered him the services of science vessels dying. But seriously, 3 basing Soulkey. He's got 3 macro hatches, but he's going to run out of cash soon on one of these bases. And look at this. JyJ just casually on 4 base. This 3rd base is a naked expand. There's nothing defending this. What's defending it is this aggression on the other side of the map. The best defense is a good offense, as they say. Man, these Hydras trading out a little bit better, I think, than JyJ was expecting. The numbers were just favoring Soulkey here. The science facility goes down, which means he needs to make another one if he wants to continue to produce science vessels, which he probably should, so he is firing up a new science facility. Yeah, man, this Hydra stuff is bonkers. Science vessels, trying to hold. Science vessel, another one's gonna die after getting unirradiate off on a defiler. I mean, at least irradiating a defiler and dying is something. And I guess generally we have seen these science vessels getting irradiates off on big ticket items before they get sniped, so fine, I say. Dude, look at these science vessels. Die, science vessels, die. Okay, Medic's getting wiped out too. So it was a 2-to-1 situation where JyJ was up. Now it's 150 to 81, which is close to 2-to-1, but no cigar. Free siege tank is free. Is it bait? Baited siege tank is bait. Leg up. Siege tank's going down. Hydra's outside of Dark Swarm dying a little bit too fast. I mean, probably as fast as they should. Another Dark Swarm gets in here. The number of defilers and science vessels that have died in this game is astronomical for a 20-minute game. And look, a fourth base. 21-minute fourth base from Soulkey. He needs that and more if he's going to win this game. At this stage, he needs to take another base or kill this. There are two options for him. He cannot be equivalent basing right now against JyJ. It's not going to work out for him. Not down this much supply. Not down this many workers. Science vessel energy upgrade coming in. Lurker Burrows in. Hydra's fighting. Fire bet. Getting some work done. Another sick plague. That is a ginormous plague here. Flames, Hydras again. This is so hard to call. Is this pressure too much for Soulkey, or are his Hydras being cost efficient enough? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this Dark Swarm Hydra stuff. Another tank goes down. How many tanks have died today? I don't know. Several. Many, but oh, Marine Siege Tank found the fourth base of Soulkey. That's it. That is it. I don't want to call GG before a player has GG'd, but there's no way. It will take some kind of Zerg miracle. Zerg Santa Claus needs to show up on Soulkey's porch. Wait, that's not how Santa Claus works. Show up, come down his chimney right now and say, ho, 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 Soulkey. I am here to offer you a win through the Christmas magic. It's not even Christmas, though. It's February or March. Because, again, Discord cast. Patreon cast. Patreon.com/Falcon Paladin. Check it out. Thanks to people who support me out there for as little as $1 a month. 60 cents US, man. Really not too shabby. There are higher levels if you want to support at higher levels. But, okay, Hydra Concave, Plague there. Zerg Santa Claus is ho-ho-hoing here for sure. Science vessels in trouble again. But tanks dying. Oh my gosh. Dude, stop doing that. Stop sending science vessels into Dark Swarm areas for reasons I cannot fathom other than miscontrol. Lack of control. Marines, upgrades, 3-3, man. Hydras, 3-2, pretty good. Science vessel dying, that is what +2 Hydras can do. Is really make your science vessels feel like they're made out of tissue paper, even if they haven't been plagued already. Siege tank down, siege tanks unsieging to try to deal with this oncoming horde. Dude, is Soulkey gonna get into this third base? Okay, good snipe on a defiler. Eating a plague for it is not good. Oh my gosh, science vessels! Reinforcing Zerg units coming in. Soulkey! Putting in insane amounts of work. Medics dying all over the place. 120 to 79 supply now. And Soulkey's like, oh, you think we're done? We're not done. we are going to sit right on the front door of this natural base. I still think maybe getting into this third would have been just perfect. But he's going for the kill, it seems, instead. Busting in the natural base, going after the production of the Terran player while on 3 bases, mind you. The cost efficiency of this needs to be higher than average for a Zerg player who's winning against a Terran because of the 3 base economy situation he finds himself dealing with. These guys could really use a Dark Swarm. But hey, it's working. Forward Factory gonna die. JyJ does not like this feeling of being stuck back here, I can tell you that much. Marines and tanks are trying to come down from that 4th base they denied, which leaves it open for expansion. Potentially. Hey, look who's heading up to the 3rd. What did I say? This would be a better idea. Definitely would be a much better idea. I think those hiders are on a rally. And then a couple lurkers get in here too to try to deal with the 4th base. This might be a critical 1-2 punch right now. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Lurker eggs on the ramp. Command center down. SCV is getting absolutely massacred. I cannot believe Soulkey might actually pull this off. I can't believe it. Comsats, the 3rd base is gone. What did I say about Soulkey's chances of winning? Killing a base. Killing a base. And he did. He wiped out a base. It is now technically a 1-base mining Terran player versus a 1-base mining Zerg. Any chance of getting this base back, this 4th base, which JyJ just scanned and saw it's not there. So he says, okay, I can still win this game. The Zerg player is still stuck on 3 bases. He's mined out effectively of his main and his natural, and his 3rd is running low. Another scan, seeing this big Hydra group come in. No defilers with this. I lied. There is a defiler with this group. He was irradiated, though. That's why I couldn't see him. He was disguised. Siege tank. Trying to fire inside that Dark Swarm. Get some kind of splash damage to do something against these Hydras. They fall back. Still, it's 119 to 64 supply, man. I don't see it. Soulkey retaking the 4th base while having wiped out a Terran base. He's following the plan that he needed to follow if he was going to have a hope, a chance at all of winning this game. Soulkey says, I'm not going to leave my 4th base undefended this time. That was a mistake last time. But then, coming in from this angle, dude, the hiders are out of position. What did I just say? That's a canceled hatch, and it is. This is so DEFCON 1. It's amazing. RJB, not wrong, never wrong. DEFCON 1 is DEFCON 1, man. Science vessels dying. A lot of Hydra and lurkers getting blasted out of the ground by Gauss rifles, though. 104 to 51 supply here at 27 minutes. What a scraptastic game. This is not Soulkey's day, man. He was on 3 bases for too long. The early aggression was handled, but at what cost? The early irradiate has gotten so much work done. He's killed 27 science vessels, but there are always more of them. I would not be surprised if he had more than 2 starports, but no, it's just 2 starports, man. He has just been religiously pumping those science vessels out. He knows how important they are in this matchup. He knows you really can't win against a Zerg player without science vessels past the 15-minute mark. There's just almost no way. Oh, these drones, pulling the boys for one last attack. Dark Swarm. Dark Swarm. Another one would be great. A Plague is nice. That's acceptable. Drones fighting against 0-0 Marines are one thing. Drones fighting against 3-3 Marines is another thing. And the steam has run out. The drones are dead. The hiders are irradiated. They're not killing their own friends to avoid dying to their own friends, and I think that's it. 31 supply for the Zerg JyJ in what was a DEFCON 1 display of how to play TVZ with the contain. Soulkey GG's out, and JyJ is our winner. Oh, that was fantastic. What an absolutely, truly truly fantastic display of how to play TVZ from JyJ. That was incredible. DEFCON 1 replay, certainly. 3 bases for the Zerg for so long, up until the 29-minute mark, until he died. Man, containing Zerg on 3 bases sounds easy, but it is not, dude. Not at all. This high ground helped. And just Soulkey here not defending his 4th base as well as he could. 3 times, maybe, yeah, 3 times, Terran armies came up here or came over here, and bam, the 4th base was gone. JyJ lost his 3rd base, but the lead was so insurmountable it didn't matter. And yeah, 3/3 Marines and Firebats, siege tanks to help with the Hydralisks. So many science vessels were made in this game, and so many died. Is there a science vessel alive here at the end of the game? I don't think there is. Oh, here we are. Never mind. There were 5. 2 kills, 2 kills, 6 kills, 4 kills, 1 kills. And yeah, all of these were made in the last 5 minutes. I can promise you that, because science vessels died so often in this game. Oh, such a great performance from JyJ. You can see why he is an ASL champion. Oh, he lifted off his natural base to go to the 3rd base and become a new 3rd base. Yes. Oh, maybe, okay. Maybe he lifted off his main base to make the 4th base and the natural base to make a 3rd base after the 3rd base died. So, what's the recipe here? 7 racks, 2 factories, 2 starports, 2 engineering bays for upgrades, and that's it. That's all you need. That's all you need to defeat a Zerg at Soulkey's caliber. Wow, that was so good. I am smiling right now. Can you hear me smiling? Maybe you can. 209,000 points to 210,000 points. That was close. JyJ has the lead there. Similar units produced and similar units killed here, man. This is a game where the Zerg player killed more units than the Terran player did. That's how weird this is, man. That is so weird how that is. I mean, come on. Come on. And he lost. Like I said, the fact that it was this close and the Zerg player never got a 3rd base means it was some crazy cost effectiveness in this game, and it was. 7-3 buildings raised, Soulkey killed more, and JyJ outspent the Zerg. This is like a Freaky Friday reversing bodies, swapping bodies kind of a thing, right? Zerg player outkills the Terran, loses. The Terran outspends the Zerg player, wins. Like, come on, that's weird stuff. That should not ever happen. But I guess that's what happens when you make more Hydras than you make wings. It's fair to say, right? Fair to say. Woo! Okay, that was, my goodness, that was fantastic. I mean, JyJ, man, don't know what else to tell you. Do you like this guy? You should, because he's great. And that's going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. If you like what you saw and what you heard today, you can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.